Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group A. Will be explain about commercial bank. And the member is Fadila Yesa, Marleni Purnama Dewi, and Intan Nur Fadila. The first material will be explained by Dila. Dila, time is yours.
Okay, thanks to the moderator. I will explain the first material, main function and business scope of commercial bank. Main function of commercial bank. 1. Agent of trust. This function indicates that the activity conducted by the banking world which is carried out based on the principle of trust. In the sense of activity, fundraising is of course done by bank must be based on the belief of the community or customer with credibility and present its bank. Because without a sense of trust, the public will not set their funds in the bank concern. Trust-related public funds seperti issues that exist in every bank. The next slide. Two, agent of development. This function is closely related to the bank's responsibility in supporting the smooth running of economic transactions carried out by every economic actor. In activity economy, we know that the activities of production, distribution, and consumption is an inseparable whole. Production activities are carried out to add value to use goods used to meet human needs. Distribution activities are related to the distribution of goods has been produced from producer to consumer with using available distribution channels. Activities consumption is an activity to reduce use value goods. All these activities are done with money as a means of payment, unit of calculating instrument, and medium of exchange. Therefore, bank as financial institution of course has a very strategic role. So this aspect were to break all the interests of economic actors in transaction the economy. The next slide. Three, agent of equity. Everyone who wants to do business of course require a lot of capital. Likewise, if we want to develop a business that we already had before, then it requires a large capital. Most people in Indonesia definitely choose bank to borrow an amount of money to increase the business entity they. This is where the function of the bank is needed capital again, so that all Indonesian people can borrow capital from a bank at interest loan that has been properly approved. The next slide. Scope of activity for commercial banks. 1. Funding. Fundraising activities are activities by funds from the public. These activities know also with funding activities. Buying activity funds can be created by bidding various types of deposits. Deposits are often called with the account name or account. Type deposits are A. Demand deposit, B. Saving deposit, C. Time deposit. The next slide. Two, lending. Channeling fund is a selling activity fund collected from the community. This activity is known as an activity loan. The distribution of fund is carried out by the bank done through a loan associated better known by the name of credit. Credit provided by bank consists of types vary depending on the ability of the bank who is taking that. In general, the types credit over include A. Investment credit, B. Working capital credit, C. State credit, D. Productive credit, E. Customer credit, and F. Professional credit. The next slide. And the second, commercial bank services. A. Clearing services. Clearing is the billing of documents such as securities check and billiard bureau and originating from within the city. Process usually 1. only record one daily only. The amount of the billing fee also depends bank policy. As for the benefit clearing is providing efficiency in the national payment system, provide a faster fund transfer service with the needs of society, and accommodates the needs of both user of corporation, making transfer with add value. That's all about my material. I come back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you, Fordila. The next material will be explained by me. B. Transfer service. Is a money transfer service via bank. Money transfers can be made at the same bank or different banks. Money transfer can also be made the destination within the city, outside the city or abroad. Especially for remittance abroad, it must be through foreign exchange banks. The sending customer is charged a delivery fee, the amount of which depends on the bank concerned. The consideration is whether the customer of the bank concerned or has an account at the bank concerned or not. Then also distance interbank delivery. Next. C. Collection service is a bill of paper or securities such as check, billet giro, originating from outside the city or abroad. The billing process through collection depends on the distance from the billing location and usually takes 1 week to 1 month. The amount of the collection fee depends on the bank concerned with distance and other consideration. Next. D. L or C service is a letter of credit given to exporter and importer that are used to make payments for their export-import transaction. In this transaction, there are various types of or C, the so that customers can request according to the condition that they want. Next. E. Forex service. Foreign currency service or banknotes are foreign currency issues and issues by overseas banks. Banknotes are known as cash reserve, which have cash-like properties. Not all banknotes can be traded. This depends on the foreign exchange regulation in the country of origin of the banknotes. Meanwhile, the sale and purchase of banknotes includes transactions between currencies that are acceptable for payment and being traded and retraded according to the value that occurred at the time. Okay, the last material will be explained by Marleni. Marleni, time is yours.
Okay, thanks to the moderator. Next, F, bank guarantee service. Bank guarantee are written guarantee issue or given by the bank to its consumer. In this case, the bank acts a guarantor, while the consumer is the guarantor. Bank guarantee service is one that is quite widely used by bank consumer. This service is widely used by the business people and also parties who have a cooperative relationship between one company and another. Number 3, deposit and payment service. Deposit is a term that has a different meaning in finance. A deposit is money placed in the bank or other financial account. Next, type of deposit. Number 1, current account. A checking account, as the name suggests, allows you to write a check or use a debit card. It is used to pay for daily expense and bills. It usually pay little or no interest. Number 2, saving account. A saving account is used to save money for emergency or certain purpose. Saving account generally pay little interest. Number 3, deposit on the call. This type of account combines a current and saving account fixture. You can easily access your money, write check, and earn interest on your deposit. Interest rate checking accounts such as Checking Plus and FedTax account are called deposit account. Number 4, certificate or deposit. Are used for long-term saving. It pay a guarantee fixed rate when held for a certain period of time. The interest rate paid by the CD is higher than that paid by the saving account. Long-term CD is well offer a better price. The downside is that you might lose some of the interest you earn if you need to withdraw funds early. Number 5, money market account. Money market accounts such as current and joint saving account. General T. Sangly higher interest rate the saving account. However, this account money have a certain minimum deposit amount and a limit on the number of the transaction you can make in a month. Next, payment service are defined as number 1, service the allow cash deposit to a payment account and all the operation required to operate a payment account. Number 2, service that allow cash withdrawal for a payment account and all operation necessary to operate a payment account. Number 3, a service that allow the action of payment transaction, debit or credit to the payment account of the payment service provider that store the payment account or the payment service provider. For a service that allows the execution of the payment transaction, the fund of the week are provided by the credit line to the user. Number 5, using payment instrument and or obtaining payment transaction. Number 6, implementation or money transfer. 7, payment initiation service. And 8, account information service. Next, Payment service can be provided by the payment service provider, including number 1, bank; 2, electronic money institution; or number 3, electronic money institution with a neglect; and 4, payment institution; of 5, and payment institution with neglect; and 6, account information service provider. Thanks, back to the moderator.
Okay, thank you to Lenny. That's all from our presentation, and sorry for any mistake. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.